Hi, my name is Sammi Saint. Welcome to a light language transmission for new beginnings. Please consent and we will get this started. You say I'm Ayoko Shenai Nauyakam Hase Anai. Take a deep breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Yashko isisiatarere sisioko chikatsiana ishka itiako ishkatisisikatare seneniako taraya no ashkatiakasa. Eniaka ishko itiaka I nayako ishkayasa eatiako aniakashkaya tiamananiakatare sususiaka. Yasioka chikatisiakatara. Aniako ishkiyata yanoa sayaka. Alright, this is a piece of Angelite. It's one of my newer crystals. I picked it up not too long ago. I love it. Angelite is for peace and serenity, and it can help with connection to the angels. And you could say like angelic transmission, telepathy with angels, ton of really cool stuff. And a big thing is that it can help promote trust in divine guidance that we are receiving at this time. So the way I see it, if you are going through a new beginning, first, you must trust. You must trust that you are moving into this beautiful new space. And as you look at this crystal, I want you to think peaceful thoughts. I want you to feel what it feels like to feel that inner peace and inner serenity. I want you to tap into it and find it now. Notice your face. Notice if you're clenching in your face. I want you to release any muscular tension in your face. Move on down to your throat. Release any tightness in your throat. And your shoulders. I want you to release any tension there too. Give them a little wiggle. Take a deep breath in and out. And I'm going to start working with this crystal into your auric field. All right. New beginnings are upon us very quickly. They're happening fast after a long, dark period that many people on earth just went through. It is very, very, very exciting. It is a sign that you have done immense inner work. If you have found yourself on the precipice of a new beginning, whether it is a new home, a new baby, a new car, if you hear that in the background, a new partner, a new career, a new hobby, a new trip. We are on the precipice of so much positive change for once. And when we experience this positive change, it's important to understand that it can be jarring. Our nervous systems get used to existing on a very specific plane. When they exist on a very specific plane, or what you could refer to it maybe as a comfort zone, you could refer to it that way, having something new happen can feel very stimulating, kind of, scary. Our bodies can feel sudden shock, that our worlds, even if we were uncomfortable with them, are changing once more. However, it's important to remember this fear sometimes is mistaken for, sometimes excitement is mistaken for fear. We are so used to the level of fear we've been experiencing over these past 5 to 7 years. Perhaps shorter, perhaps longer, but many of you have just gone through a very long period of clearing, myself included, Sammi included. And now it is time for change. So while you felt as if you were stuck, you were actually preparing for something very, very new. And while it can be fearful, it is actually an especially exciting time. And I encourage you to remember that feelings of excitement are the same as feelings of fear. They exist on very similar vibrations, but often it's how the mind interprets it. I'm sending you beautiful, soothing energy, calming energy, very serene energy. It's finding its way into your field and reminding your body, mind, and spirit that during this time, despite the fact that you have entered a new beginning, you are safe. Despite everything, you are safe and guided throughout this entire process, especially if you're tuning into this type of video, or you have been seeing more and more perhaps content or signs of new beginnings. It is finally your time to shine, and I am so incredibly proud that you have made it to this new chapter. I encourage you to trust in this chapter, to feel through this chapter. Understand that new chapters will always bring up some discomfort in the body. As the body moves onto a new timeline, all fears that do not align with the timeline and any heavy energy that does not align must be purged from the body. This can look like sobbing uncontrollably out of nowhere. This can look like fits of rage. This can look like extreme fatigue, headaches, stomach aches, tension in the body. It can look like not understanding what is going on. It can look like feeling confused. Often it is an emotion or physical feeling that we don't fully know where it's coming from, which is actually often a sign that it is being purged. Have you ever woke up on the wrong side of the bed and you don't know why? Usually it's a purge, and a good kind of purge. Not like the scary thing they talked about in that movie back in the day. Forget that. Purging is good. Don't believe it's bad. You're releasing negative pent-up energy as you transition to this new space, to this new timeline. And I welcome you into this new timeline. You've done so much beautiful work to get here, and I am so proud of you. All right. Next up, Yasiako ishisiaka tsianananiako, isiaka teresiano ishkaya tiamaniniaka, Yayasu ishisia tsinananiako ana, etaria kashkasiano ashkiatia. It's interesting that as I channel, I'm moving in circles. It kind of reminds me of a wheel, how the wheel is once again turning. And remember, we talked about in past videos, if you're not new here, if you're new here, hi, I'm Sammi Saint. I work with many other light beings during these channeled sessions. However, as I was saying, getting caught up in this beautiful energy starting to come through stronger and stronger. Life is cyclical. It keeps moving in circles. So while maybe for some time it felt like you were down here, right, in a circle, say felt like we were at the bottom, it's to come right back up, right? And finally, it's time for you. I am here to help you, till the soil, to make sure this ground that we have been working at is ready. It's already fertile. You put in the work, and now it's really just building this final foundation. So whatever beginning you are manifesting, have manifested, now it can come from here and it can grow. Reminds me of in sign language, this is new, right? I think I'm saying that right. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But makes me think of a flower coming up from the earth. So we're at the final piece of the foundation that we're building, and we are bursting into a beautiful new beginning at this time for so many people. I've been talking to friends, and it's so funny. I personally am going through a new transition. You can tell if you've seen previous videos that I am in a completely new space. I completely moved, and I'm having mixed emotions about it. I am very excited. However, it is very intimidating going outside my comfort zone. I knew I was meant to make this move. It was the right step. I felt that intuitive, I can't go back anymore, and it's time to finally branch out again and, start new projects, new beginnings. But I will acknowledge that it's been very hard, and during all this, I think it's interesting. We just had the Lionsgate portal on 8/8. And that, again, all symbolizes this new, fresh energy. Everything is coming together now. And I love how often when I go through new beginnings, other people do too. Friends, family, in, all different ways, right? Like I said, I might be moving, but my one friend's about to have a baby. So how exciting. Esayo shayana yakoa se haine yakoa e yakoa e una yakoa na iano right, next up, we are going in, and I hope you can see it on the viewfinder. Oh, looks like we can a little bit with the light. This is a piece of Labradorite, and if you notice, it looks like a gray stone. And under the sunlight, under the light, it has this gorgeous like rainbow reflective component to it. So it's a stone of protection, but it's also a stone of transformation. And you, my friend, have just gone through a very big transformation / are in the midst of it still, right? So I'm picking this up now to assist us with this transformation. Eshko etia kataria ushayako anayako sana. Yenako ase akayo shona eyate na eyana eyako nite amayako se anaya anai anoia soana ashayako anan yako ashkapsianan siakoana eke shanoi ya yako enaki ase ananana eko anayako I ashe atai yako anasa anayako he. There we go. Anayako aniyakana se anai she anai. I'm envisioning while I do this that this piece of Labradorite, it's kind of sharp at the ends, made me think of kind of like having discernment, right? Or cutting things out that are not supporting this transformation, right? Cut through things that aren't meant to come with you on this next chapter and give you more and more clarity on what is, who you are becoming and what is, unfolding. It is really so exciting. I am so excited for you. And I wish you could see how good you're doing from an outsider's perspective. It's almost always so much better than you realize. I don't know if you remember, there's that like meme about not giving up. And I can envision it's like the guy that's like digging through the cave, is it? Or like a mountain. And he's turning around and walking away. And right before he breaks through, it's like this much, and he doesn't know on the other side, he was almost through that, big mound of rock. And it's funny sometimes how that happens when we're transitioning, that like we're so close and we're just about there. And we can't see from our perspective that like we've basically made it, that we've already arrived. While meanwhile we think, oh, I'm not doing enough, I'm not, XYZ, but we're really actually doing an absolutely phenomenal job. And anytime you go out of your comfort zone, recently, for instance, I like going on walks, and one thing that's been really hard for me, and I didn't expect it to be so hard, was I don't have like a new walking route in this neighborhood, and it kind of intimidated me, and I felt very nervous about it. Like, I don't know where to walk, and will I be safe and all this, and it's funny that like sometimes in transitions, it's the little stuff that can really kind of trigger us, right? Like going on a walk, or like maybe you want to, I'm thinking of like if you just moved, for instance, right? You might want to make a dish and you're like, I don't have a can opener. That's been my problem. My friend just bought me one, though, shout out if you're watching. But like sometimes it's little stuff and it can really be frustrating or triggering or upsetting. And we have to remember, in the grand scheme of things, we have just done, not to say the impossible, but we have just done so much for ourselves. We have done so much work to get here. So, heaven forbid, two things are off, we got to focus on everything positive that we've just brought in. Think of one positive thing about this change, despite all the stress you might be feeling about this new beginning. Let's pick one positive thing and I want you to focus on it just for 1 second. Ishkayate anayako, aneseako aneam, ano aseako ana, ano eam, gum time. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Naike aso inaisha moye atoa kashe naika tu amei yako anea inaya ko anaye kose anoke anaye anaika se anaye ama unaike se anoika yote amae anaike se anaye awote amae Anake anae, unayashe aku anaya. Inayake anayake anayakoe, enayake anoea. Inayake anuke so anaya, anayake anayako anae. Uanake anayakaya, unayake anaya. Whoa. Ooh, ah, hey, ah, ooh, hey, Unayaka isani ike yashoa Unayaka onoe Anaise anoko yasha Eni ayoke ana eni ai Unayaka unayako asaneya Ashe anai okai Anaisa ayako anae Ai ai anuai Breathe in. Breathe out. Right there, I just imagined sending you courage and enthusiasm as you leap into this next chapter. We had the Lion's Gate portal. I want you to envision yourself as the lion. Or if that's too hard, envision the lion as your fun little pet. Well, maybe companion, let's not say pet. Your fun companion accompanying you on this next piece of your journey. And every time you feel stressed, think back to that lion and that heart of the lion that is in you, but is also in all. You have everything you need to step into this next chapter. And now you're uplifted with courage and enthusiasm to do it with bravery, joy, confidence, everything you need. I'm now going to ground your energy down. If you want to help me with this, you can think of the energy flowing from your head now and down into your feet. And pulling it down. It's a great tip if you ever need help grounding. Used to struggle with it myself. Envision the energy and pull it from your crown, which is right above your head, crown chakra, all the way down to your feet. And imagine the energy going into the earth. Breathe in. Wherever you are, know that you are doing a marvelous job at this point in your journey. Every time you choose courage, every time you follow your heart, you are stepping into the best version of yourself that will ripple out and help people become the best versions of themselves. Butterfly effect, right? It's a beautiful message. Oh my goodness. I feel very overwhelmed with emotion right now. A lot of gratitude, a lot of just happiness that, we've made it to this next chapter, and it is time to leap for so many. Imagine if you do the inner work, what happens when 2 people do the inner work, or 4 or 5, right? And I mean the inner work of, trying something new, right? Cultivating a space that's healing. Going on a walk, right? Reminding people to keep peace. That's huge right now. Reminding people to keep faith. Reminding people to trust in the divine plan as it is already taking fold. And you, my friend, are a part of it. How exciting. Yashoa kasi katarisi siyakos siyane na niya katarisi siyakoshka. Niya katarisi siyana. Ishkitsi siyako. Ishkatiyamana. Take a deep breath. And breathe out. It has been an honor doing this light language transmission with you for new beginnings. I wish you absolute positivity and good fortune, happiness, joy, grounding abundance on this next chapter of your life. My name is Sammi Saint. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See ya.